And we welcome you to the Phoenix Raceway for the second race of the round of 12. It's a Desert Diamond Casino 500 here from Phoenix. And all right, here comes Christopher Bell. He's on the pole, and the green flag is out. We're racing in Phoenix. Going 3 wide already here down the back chute for the first time in the day's race. These drivers going to be 3 wide already. And, you know, we just got to mention there's a new aero package this week and a new tire compound. And Christopher Bell leads the first lap. Bell was fast here last year. And right now, Suarez is going to be the inside. We got 3 wide racing right here. Nearly 4 wide up here between Stenhouse, Priest, Bush. That was the 43 of Eric Jones trying to look to the inside. Couldn't exactly get there. Still going to be 3 wide right there. A lot of the guys just running the apron right here. And I think we're going to see this throughout probably the early runs here today. I think as the race goes on, I think these guys are probably going to get stretched out more. 3 wide in Phoenix here. A little bit less horsepower, you know, and the spoilers, they're a little bit different this weekend. A couple inches off of that for less downforce. Excuse me, more downforce, as Tyler Reddick now goes to the inside of Kyle Busch right there. And Reddick, you know, a winless driver this year. We go on board with him right now as he's running right behind the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Suarez, who, you know, well, he's had a pretty decent season so far. Kind of had that slump in the, you know, in the summer months, but, you know, he's going back down to Xfinity next year to drive for Junior Motorsports in the 9 car. Of course, Connor Zilich will be going to that 99 next year. Kyle Busch will be going to the Trackhouse Racing next year in the number 85. The reason why Kyle Busch is going to go with 85 because that's the year he was born in 1985. How about Chris Buescher, currently under the cut line, moving himself into 10th today. He could, if he doesn't win today, he might be in a must-win situation going into Atlanta, which we got 4 wide now. Logano's going to be on the apron. Bubba Wallace going to slide up the track. Going to make some slide contact there. Chris Buescher. Here comes Ty Gibbs to the inside right there. Gibbs is going to make it work, though. Right there. I couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. Gibbs won here in the spring for his first career Cup Series victory. Made himself in the playoffs. Currently in the playoffs right now. Well, it's definitely in a must-win situation now. After today, if he doesn't win, we're going to get a solid top 5 finish. But Chris Buescher started towards the back, and he's starting to work his way up. Going to go to the inside. But Wallace, trouble there for the 19 of Chase Briscoe, who looks like he got a little bit loose there, I believe, under Buescher. Buescher's going to go to the inside of the 19 so far. And he's gonna have it. Gonna have it there over Cindric. Cindric into this round. Really going into this race, I believe, above the cut line. Cindric's had a decent season. Won Bristol back in the spring. Trouble. Smoke coming out of the 77 of Carson Hocevar. And, you know, the bad luck stretch, the bad luck season for him in 2025, the sophomore slump continues for Carson Hocevar, who, I mean's had bad luck after bad luck, heartache after heartache. Lady Luck heals him a bad hand here in Phoenix. We'll be there as Christopher Bell continues to lead on here in Phoenix. We'll take a quick commercial break. Bell leads it here. Welcome back in Phoenix, lap number 15 of the Desert Diamond Casino 500. Bell leads it over William Byron Denny Hamlin, Josh Berry, and Chase Elliott. That is the top 5 right now. And Bell trying to get that series leading 5th win of the season. And so far, I was kind of right. The field is starting to stretch out here as the longer runs go on here today. And that's just the result of the short track style racing that we have here in the next gen car. I don't believe we really saw this during the spring. Obviously, this is a different package we're running in the spring, a much more calmed, relaxed. They reduced the horsepower a little bit due to kind of some safety concerns with a lot of wrecks we had in the spring. But today, it's mostly been a calm race. We've had some crazy moments, but no wrecks so far. As we got a loose car right there. Thought we had a caution, a very loose 51 of Cavs Gralla. Now we go up here to this battle. Kozlowski, Briscoe, and Wallace all in this battle. Ty Gibbs going to be the 4th car more than likely. 3 wide right now. But Wallace going to be in that middle. Looks like Chase Briscoe is going to have the advantage on the high side right there. Wallace going to back up a little bit. Wallace won, of course, in the last round. He won at Kansas, of course. And that wild finish and wild overtime finish. Stole it on the final lap in the final corners. And this, next year, I believe Bubba Wallace could be in the playoffs, definitely. Fortunately, didn't make it this year. Wallace became the 18th different winner. Oh, and also updating on Cindric here as we were watching the battle between teammates Ty Gibbs in the 54, Chase Briscoe in the 19. Looks like trouble! Trouble for the 38. Todd Gilliland goes around. Yes, Cindric is well above the playoffs. Trouble right there. Zane Smith, as we take a look at the replay. Not Zane Smith. Todd Gilliland gets turned around right there. Just got hooked by the 17 of Chris Buescher. Yeah, here it is. He just got hooked right there. Buescher just being aggressive, goes up into the 99 of Suarez. And I really, or not Suarez, it's Noah Gregson. I really feel bad for Noah Gregson. Logano gets into it. And I really feel for Daniel Suarez right here. Gets into it. Gets into the 38. Suarez, who was eliminated in the last round of the playoffs. Of course, won at Talladega back in the spring. Here's the onboard. Gonna watch it right here. And I mean, he just flat out dumped him. I don't like that right there, especially for that far back. That bump and run. I'm not really a big fan of it if you're back there. I don't think that's true racing. Maybe for the lead, but not for like 15th or something. Daniel Suarez is on board. Thought he's gonna make it clear, but doesn't see the 38 slow it up right there. Just tough break right there. Now to get the restart here from Phoenix. Christopher Bell over Byron. Hamlin, Berry, Elliott, the top 5. Green flag back in the air. Bell got a great restart. So did Denny Hamlin. Hamlin got a great restart. He's going to go to the inside of the 24 car of William Byron. The 11's going to get around him. And Denny Hamlin goes to second. Now Josh Berry in the 34 is going to challenge the 24. 24 is going to go up high. That's not the lane he wants. Josh Berry the 3rd, Hamlin the 2nd. Now Chase Elliott's going to have his sights set on his teammate. His car exiting the pit lane. That's the 51 car of Kaz Gralla. Gralla, he's going to let those guys go by going up the track a little bit. We can see this battle between Berry and Byron for 3rd. It could be a 3-way battle here. Elliott maybe a 3rd car. Gralla's going to go another lap down as Bell and Hamlin both get around him. Bowman goes way to the inside. On board with the 34 of Josh Berry. I believe our camera spazzed out there for a minute. Berry's running in third. This is probably his best run this season. Berry came up as a short track driver racing in Tennessee. And the funny thing is, he went to high school with pop superstar Taylor Swift. I believe him and Taylor Swift graduated from the same high school the same year. That's interesting for a Swift. Those for the Swifties watching. I'm not personally a Swiftie. What? Released a new album last week, last Friday. Cool right there. And anyway, focusing on the racing right here, Denny Hamlin now going to get challenged by Josh Berry. And Hamlin, you know, he's had a one win this year, one at Martinsville. I think he's destined to win a championship this year, but he's not an overall championship favorite. Joe Gibbs this year has been really good. They've probably been the best overall team, I would assume. You know, the success Briscoe has with his 4 wins, Bell with his 4 wins, possibly looking for a 5th win today. That would be the series leading 5th win of the year. He'd be the first guy to reach that mark. Then we have Chase Elliott, who's been pretty consistent, you know. Had a decent race last week, but he has enough playoff points to where he's actually in. And with the day he's running today, that could possibly push him up more. Oh, trouble! Trouble for Hamlin! Slow on the racetrack, makes contact with Elliott. Elliott sends him around. Caution comes out back out again. I'm not sure what happened there to Denny Hamlin. I was looking at the playoff grid, didn't really pay attention. Then I looked up and I saw it. Big trouble right there for the 11 car, Denny Hamlin. Let's take a look at the onboard. I believe he blew the transmission out of it or something. The car just lost power. Chase Elliott, nothing he could do there. Just get into the back end of the 11. I don't think Chase obviously didn't do that on purpose. I was about to get this race back underway here from Phoenix. It will be, say, about 12 to go or so, but the green flag's back out. Josh Berry to second. How about that for the non-playoff driver, driving for a smaller team and front row racing. A little bit of a cluster back here, though. Kaz Grala's going to slow him up a little bit. Coming to 11 laps to go this time by. 3 wide right here between Jones, Cindric, Dillon, now Busch to the inside. Look at the RCR teammates making a move. Kyle Busch under the cut line, 11th. Could this maybe help his chances at maybe making it in on points after the next race in Atlanta, the round of 12 cutoff race? Busch is going to be on that inside of the 3. RCR teammates right there, 4 teammates. 17 of Chris Buescher drives for Roush Fenway Keselowski as, look at Buescher, gonna send it on a 3 wide, on the apron. Look at the run that he's gotten. Passed about 3 cars in that turn, nearly 3 cars. Couldn't get exactly around the 3 of Austin Dillon. He will in this corner, it looks like. He's gonna be to the inside of the 3 car. 10 laps to go now. Or excuse me, 9 laps to go now in Phoenix. That apron today, look at that. Now Priest is going to find grip. That apron in 1 and 2, or mainly in 2 right there, there's a lot of grip on that. And it is allowed, of course. This ain't Daytona or Talladega. Take a look at the 60 of Ryan Priest. Priest going to go down on that apron. It's working for him. He's going to have a run on the 43 car right here. Oh, he's going to slide up the racetrack a little bit tight. Chase Elliott, though, had a terrible restart, by the way. Falls back to just outside the top 10. Seven laps to go now. 7 to go for Christopher Bell as we take a look at Ryan Preece. Well, let's take a look up here. Josh Berry maybe has a chance at winning this race. It's got up to the 20. Maybe has that chance of maybe getting around him and pulling off a major upset to get his first career win in the NASCAR Cup Series. Let's take a look right now here at the notes on my phone about the different winners we've had this year. For Bell, though, trying to get that 5th win this year. By the way, Josh Berry trying to become the 19th different winner this year. That would tie the 2001 season for different winners. 2001 had 19 different winners. 2025, just 24 years later, we could possibly get a chance at 19 different winners after today, or will it stay at 18? Last year was the most all time with 22 different winners. And Christopher Bell, the guy leading it, won the championship. Hasn't won since the summer months. Last win coming at New Hampshire. His wins this year coming at Sebring. Charlotte, the Coke 600 he won. One in Canada. One in New Hampshire. Now trying to win in Phoenix to try to become the first driver since Jimmy Johnson 18 years ago in 2007 to win 2 consecutive championships. Of course, we knew what Jimmy Johnson went on to do, to win 5 straight championships from 2006 to 2010. Now maybe we have a battle for second here coming to 2 to go. Byron's now going to have a chance at the inside. Byron trying to go by for second. Of course, looking at the points as of now. Chris Buescher being 9th. 2 to go. Byron has a pretty good cushion going into Atlanta next week. But meanwhile, pretty sure it's going to be all sealed up for Bell. I don't think they're going to get up to him, just how the runs have been going, and no one's been able to get around Christopher Bell today. Coming around to the final lap. The white flag is out one more time around here from Phoenix. And Bell has absolutely laid it on the field. He's put on a good old-fashioned butt whooping today. He has led every lap today. Down the back chute for the final time. And how about it? And Bell has led it wire to wire, and it's his 5th win on 2025. Christopher Bell, checkered flag wins in Phoenix.